welcome to another Review Room tutorial. Last time we were talking about the concept of archiving an application and how to get it back. So one of the things that we touched upon while talking about that was a show filter section. So by default, when you click on show filters, you'll notice that Review Room by default is going to show you applications that have a status of active. So what happens if we select an application and then go to other actions here and then press delete? Okay, let's see what happens. Well, first of all, that application doesn't show up anymore because we just deleted it. But let's say you made a mistake and you want it back. So how do you do that? First of all, go to your filter section, okay, and then modify this and go to delete it and then press apply. So once you do that, essentially it's going to show up like this, and you'll see your deleted application. You can see that the status is deleted, so that makes sense. You can select it and then go to other actions and activate that particular submission. So it's exactly the same way that the archiving and unarchiving works. So again, it's only showing us deleted. Let's go back to active. Let's press apply. Again, we're going to see all of our applications. I'm going to hide our filters so my interface is nice and clean again, and here we go. So one of the other options here, which is quite interesting, is the other actions option. And again, it says you must select something first. So I'm going to select something and then go to other. Whoops, what did I do? Right, you can actually sort by these, by the way. I forgot to mention that I accidentally clicked on it, and obviously now I remember. But it's kind of cool because you'll be able to sort by these different statuses. You can't quite sort by statuses yet, but you know that might be something that we will add in later. At this point in time, right now, you can only sort on some of these columns. Okay, so let's select this application, go to other actions, and let's do something like, let's lock this specific submission. So what's going to happen if this submission is locked? And you can see now, you know, it's locked. So if I click on this application, it's going to take me inside the application, and we're going to see what's going to happen. You know, it doesn't look any different per se. It says locked. What happens if I press edit information here? So edit information, by the way, allows you to edit the title of the application. So sometimes you want to reference it differently as an administrator. I've seen some competitions where they accept applications and they like to give it a specific code. Right? By default, we do give every application a code that shows up there. It's a unique code, but sometimes, you know, competitions will want to use their own codes. And in such cases, you know, after applications reach a certain level, you can, you know, go to edit information and modify it. Now, the reason that I mentioned that is because edit information is something that gets disabled once an application is locked. But why is it that I can change it? Right, because I'm an administrator, and no matter what settings are set there, I can do anything at any time. But let's take a look from an applicant's perspective what that's going to look like. So how do we verify that? So this is going to be good practice as well. Let's go back to my interface there for manage applications, and once I get there, I'm going to do something special, which is open up the manage users interface. Remember, we said that anytime that you want to see exactly what an applicant will see, you need to go to manage users. So let's right click. I'm going to open that in a new tab so I don't lose this tab, and then I'm going to go to that particular tab, going to find that user and assume his role. So let's go to this new tab, and it loads, and now what I'm going to do is go to this particular application, which happens to be this one right here, and I'm going to click on this option here, this little person icon. I'm going to assume his role, and my application is locked right now, right? So I should be able to go in and let's see what happens. It says, what would you like to do today? I have one active submission, so I'm going to go check that out, and as soon as I do, it's going to say this submission is currently locked from editing. All right, well, that's interesting. Well, I can see that, you know, I can still view things. I can still, well, I can't submit my application yet, and it hasn't been submitted, but I still can't edit it. And why is that? Well, the reason is because my application is locked. And that's pretty cool because at any point in time you can lock applications if you want. Now let me click on return to your admin account so I become an administrator again. And there's another thing that you should know, by the way, which is that you can always lock all applications at the same time. And if you don't remember how to do that, in Manage Dashboard, there's a toggle, and this dashboard is the thing that you see when you first log in. There's a toggle right here. If I scroll down and I say new applicants can edit submissions, if you turn that off, everything becomes locked. All right, well, there's still more to discuss. The Manage Applicant section is super powerful, so lots of options, lots of features, lots of exciting stuff. Let's continue in the next tutorial. We'll see you then.